and welcome back to my channel. So reading update, not much of an update, but unfortunately I did not finish or get to read much more of The Cruel Prince written by Holly Black. I just got back into work and life got kind of busy, so that's why I haven't finished it. But I'm barely on page 60, so it's not really much of an update, but I do have the date off, so I do plan to finish this. If not, get halfway done today. We'll see how the day goes. But I did finish another book, actually. I took this one to work because I was looking at my bookshelves and I was kind of thinking what I could take that would be quick and easy to read, and a book that I haven't read recently, or a book that kind of would, I feel like, catch my attention, so to speak. I'm trying to get through the books that I don't normally always pick, so I'm trying to get most of my unread books done. But I finished Jem and Dixie, written by Sarah Zarr. It was actually pretty good. I've kind of fallen out of love when it comes to the teenage contemporary romance genre, but this one actually had no romance in it, and it's like a story about sisters, which I find very intriguing. And this one was about Jem and Dixie. They're young girls, they're in high school, and they're going through a really hard time because their parents have just separated, and Jem and Dixie find themselves kind of at crossroads as they're going through their struggles at home and handling high school. And they actually come to find out that they're kind of not having as much in common as they did when they were younger. So they're kind of going into their own different personalities. Jem is more, she's the older one, and she's more independent. She knows kind of what she wants out of life, and she doesn't care to be in the in crowd, that kind of thing. And she's always looking after her younger sister Dixie. Dixie is more outgoing. She's very funny. She's more like the popular girl in school. And so when Dixie finally goes into high school with Jem, Jem kind of realizes that they're not as close as they once were, and it could be with their dynamics changing at home. They're just kind of handling things in their own way, that kind of thing. But anyway, so as the story unfolds, their mother, I should say, she's kind of struggling with her job. She's kind of going back into bad habits and everything like that. And their dad is out of the picture now. So one day, though, their dad actually comes back into the picture, and he actually ends up going to kind of reconcile things with their mother, but they unfortunately their mother doesn't like that. So she basically kicks him out again. She tells him like, no, I don't want, I don't want to go through this again, and all this stuff. But then when he leaves, he actually leaves something behind unintentionally. It was an accident. And when Jem and Dixie discovers it, it actually leads to a whole different issue, I should say, because I don't want to give any spoilers, so it's kind of hard to explain. But it just um, unfolds a whole kind of new situation for them. Very interesting, but yeah, I actually like this. I would give it, if I had to rate it, I'd give it a solid 3. I don't know if it's something I'd pick up again and again, but overall, it was really good. Sarah Dessen, the author, she's very big in the teenage contemporary romance genre. I loved her books when I was in high school. I read almost every single one of her books, and I would wait for them to come out when they used to be when books used to be shown on the Target catalogs and all that. So I would literally wait for each book to come out. But anyway, she actually acknowledges the book in here. She says, "A story that broke my heart and put it back together again. You won't want to let Jem and Dixie go." And I 100% agree with that. I really connected to Jem and Dixie, and I can kind of relate to Jem in a lot of ways. Just trying to figure things out, just trying to find your interest in accepting when things are changing and all that. So I kind of really relate to them. Well, Jem, I should say. And I just overall liked her character. I liked how she was very responsible. She always cared about her younger sister, always looked out for her. I like stories like that. So again, I think I'll keep this for a while. I'm not trying to fill up, or I should say, have books on my shelves that kind of have a lot of books that I don't really care for, or I don't see myself returning to like in a year or two from now. So I think I'm gonna hang on to it though. I liked it. So I give it a 3 out of 5. If you're looking for something quick and easy read, but also what I liked is this wasn't on focused on romance or anything like that. It was basically just trying to make amends and find a reconnection with your sister or a sibling, I should say. Um, so overall, I like this one. I did connect to it in a way. It's not like, oh my God, life changing for me or anything like that, but I don't know. I liked it. So I think I'm going to hold on to it for a while. But anyway, since I have the day off work, I am going to spend most of my day reading The Cruel Prince. Um, I think I'm liking it. Like I say, I'm not too far into it, but I kind of feel, unfortunately, like it's kind of a chore for me to read. I'm sorry if this offends anyone. I know it was very big when it was first popular, but I think just with me reading so many different books now and just finding my own personal taste, and especially with fantasy, I can be very picky and not in a bad way. It's just, I don't know. There's just something about them that I can't really connect to, or I can just feel they drag on sometimes, or it just sounds kind of repetitive, or seems kind of repetitive. But either way, I have this, so I'm gonna try and finish this uh, today. If not, get more than halfway done. Um, anyway, and then what I want to do is update my planner. I haven't been updating it lately, so I want to do some journaling, and I do want to write down all the books that I have finished so far in September. I'm on a good reading track. I give myself credit. I've been busy with work and everything like that, but overall, I've been really keeping up with my reading goals, so I'm happy with that. But I'm going to update this later. I think I'm going to put on my favorite TV show, Yellowstone, while I'll do that. It just puts me in the mood, so I think I'm going to for sure journal today and update my planner and everything like that. And this is gonna be totally random, but I bought this yesterday. I thought it was really, really cute. It's just like a little purse. I don't think it's necessarily to use, but I just love how it has the pink. I love pink, and it has a little heart in the back. And it has a gold chain. Really, really cute. I don't think it's necessarily to use because it's very small. As you can see, you can't put much in here, but I guess you could put like, I don't know, some credit cards, lip gloss, or something like that if you're going to use it. But I like it for my little makeup carry-o or shelf, as you can see right there. I'm gonna put her in there because I just think she looked really cute and girly. I'm a very girly girl, so I like that. But anyway, I thought this was cute, so I'm gonna put that in there later. And then my mom actually surprised me yesterday. She bought me this. He's so cute. He kind of reminds me of Nick from Zootopia. I love that movie. It was so cute. I just love it so much, and I love Nick's character. I love Judy, don't get me wrong, but I love Nick, and he just reminded me of him, like during a Christmas or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really like him, and I am going to put a tree somewhere right there. I am gonna put a pink tree. I actually have little presents here. My mom bought me these for my tree. I think she got them at, I think, Hobby Lobby. But these are just too cute. So I'm gonna put all this right there. I'm gonna put a tree right there. I'm gonna vlog that for sure. We are big on Christmas in my house. We kind of skip the whole pumpkin fall kind of decorations, only because we're just, I don't know, we're just big on Christmas, and we have so many decorations. We do it a little bit earlier than usual because it just takes a lot of time. We like to take our time and enjoy it. So for sure, I'm going to decorate my bookshelves. I will probably vlog that, and for sure do this area because when I read, I just like to have my whole setup, the whole vibe and all that. So anyway, I am going to get started with reading. I will keep you updated as the day goes. I have some stuff to do in between, but other than that, it's just an overall reading day. I'm really in the reading mood. If I cannot get through the book, or for some reason if I don't care for it, I don't like it, I'm going to put it down and just give it a new home, and I'll pick another book to read. But anyway, I got my monster drink right here. We're all ready to go. So let's just get started with reading. Hi everyone. So quick update. I got up to. It's been a while since I last updated the blog, and I've been reading for quite a bit of most of the day. I got up to chapter 17, um, page 171. I have a lot of thoughts and opinions, and sadly, they're not all that great. Um, this book, I don't get the hype. I don't want to sound so negative about it or anything like that. It's just, it is, I don't think it's for me, honestly. Um, First of all, to me, the characters are kind of bland. I don't really care for any of them, really, which is sad because this book is really popular. I like the writing style, it's very beautifully written. I feel when I'm reading this, I am transported into like the Fey world and everything like that. But it's just so bland for some reason for me. Anyway, that's my personal opinion. Again, I apologize if this is any of yours' favorite book or if you really, really like it. I don't mean to be so harsh, but I'm just going to give my honest opinion. I just expected a little bit more. I don't know. I just don't think the characters are all that exciting. Jude, I like her. Like I say, I like that she's very resilient. She fights back to the Fae who are bothering her. They pick on her and her sister all the time because they're human. They're mortal. So it's like they just don't fit into the Fae world. So they get a lot of backlash for that, and they're not accepted, and they're treated very badly. But what I don't care for is that, to me, Jude's sisters, I believe her name, one of them is Vivi, and then Tyron. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, so I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. But to me, they don't really watch out for Jude as I had hoped. And I just feel that they're just supposedly have this close bond. I do understand why they're kind of separating. They're kind of having their own personalities and all that stuff. But I just don't feel that they're really there for each other, for one thing. And secondly, Jude, I feel like she could fight back and she just chooses not to. And there is times where I feel she does come into character and I get all excited about it, where I'm I'm rooting for her because, it seems like she's finally going to tell, Cardan what he deserves. She's going to do something about it when he's being mean to her. He's one of the Fays who's kind of he's just overall mean to her. He's a jerk. Anyway, when I feel she's going to give him what he deserves or tell him something off or something like that, it's so weak in my opinion. That's just me. Again, I feel she could do way more. She's supposed to be the strong-minded girl, and she fights back, she doesn't back down. Or I just feel she's going to be, at this point in the book, she's trying to be like kind of like not even an assassin, but I just feel like we're at this point, she's kind of having the opportunity to kind of gain some power, with the help of someone. I'm not even going to mention who it is. But I don't want to give any spoilers, but basically, I just feel like she's kind of coming into herself, but then at the same time, she's not going anywhere, sadly. So, um, I just feel like it's just all over the place, in my opinion. It's not exciting. I feel like it's kind of a chore to read. I kind of dread coming back to it, unfortunately. I don't understand what the hype was, honestly, sadly. It kind of reminds me of The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Um, it just felt like I'm being built up to something that doesn't, or it's not going to happen. So I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know if I'm making sense. And again, I apologize if this is any of yours' favorite book. I don't mean to give it such a bad judgment. Um, but yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand why it's so hyped up. To me, it's kind of boring, which is, I know it's harsh, I apologize, but I'm just gonna give my honest opinion. I expected more, honestly, and I don't think I'm gonna continue it. I got up to chapter 17, so I'm almost to chapter 20. That would have been like a little bit more halfway done, but it's just not for me. And I'm at this point now where I'm not going to continue reading a book unless I really, really like it, and I'm not going to force myself to read it, because then I just don't pick up a book for a while, and I just don't like doing that to myself. I have other books that I could be reading, or I can be just knocking them out back to back to back, and I'm just not gonna waste my time. Not no more. So, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I've been trying to read it, but it just feels at this point it's a chore, and I'm not excited to pick it back up. So, and also the love interest. I'm assuming there's supposed to be one, but I don't see where. I don't see why. It's not like Jude spends, uh, personal time with any specific of the male face. She's just kind of like going everywhere. And it's like, I don't see where she could fall in love or where there's like a connection. I don't see that. So, um, yeah, it's not clicking with me, sadly, because I had high hopes and I wanted to be obsessed with it. I wanted to be like, oh my god, this is my new favorite thing, and it's just not. I think that's my fault though. I'm very judgmental when it comes to fantasies, but I do give them a chance. Like, I read the entire Throne of Glass series. I loved it. I have the box set, the hardcover set, but it came with like the movie poster. I have the Heir of Fire poster hanging up on my wall. I love it. I even read the what is that one series called? I can't even think of it right now. Um, Shadow and Bone. I read them and I liked them, but when it comes to the Crow Prince, I'm not vibing with it. So sadly, I don't think I'm gonna continue this. I gave it a shot, so there's that. Unfortunately, I didn't like it, but I did have fun reading today. I spent most of the day reading. I had to do some stuff, cleaning stuff today, but overall, it's never a bad thing if you took, at least for me, it's never a bad thing to spend some time reading, which I still enjoyed no matter what. Overall, like, again, the writing style is pretty. I like it, but to me, that's all it is. But at the same time, it's just pretty writing. It's not exciting. Um, but either way, I'm just going to give this to someone who I know who will probably appreciate it more than I do, and I'm just gonna pick something else to read tomorrow because school's right around the corner and I just want to read as much books as I can. Shockingly, I am doing good though for this month of September. I am reading quite a bit, so I'm very happy with that because it's rare when I can read a lot of books in the month. Now with school and work, it just picks up and I don't have the freedom to read as much as I'd like to. But either way, I did get some journaling done. I've seen a lot of nice bullet journals on the booktube where they do like the pretty bookshelves. They draw them out and then they just color them in when they finish a book. I personally don't do that because my reading can fluctuate from month to month. It can vary from year to year. Sometimes I have the time to read all the time, and then most of the time I just don't. Sometimes there's months where I just don't pick up anything to read, and it would bother me if I took the time to draw all that, and I see a lot of empty books not colored in. That would just bother me. So I just did. I use a planner. It's called a Happy Planner. But I use this to kind of keep down, or I should say, write down my thoughts, or not even my thoughts per se. It's just like events that I've done or things that I experienced throughout the years. Basically, just journaling anything that comes to mind, anything I did throughout the day. I keep track of my workouts, of course, reading, or if I've drawn this month or anything like that. But anyway, I changed the cover of this. This is not the original cover. I just got these stickers from Dollar Tree and I just put this in the front, and I like the really cute whimsy fox. I like foxes, so I thought that was cute. And the flowers too, they're from Dollar Tree. I thought these were really cute. And then in the back I just have this cute raccoons. I put him in the back. So I journaled today. I just wrote down basically like in list format the books that I've read this month. I might do something else. I might do something different and make it more, pretty or more aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but I just wrote them down and then I just drew some hearts and I just color them in as I finished the books. So I just did this. Very, very basic. Sorry for the glare. So that's just all I did. There's way better reading journals out there that I've seen on BookTube. They're very pretty, but this is just what I do. It just suits me. I'm in a rush most of the time, so I just write it down. And then this is just my cover page for the month of September. I kind of did it like the BookTube vibe, so I kind of like that. See, just basic, more or less stickers than anything else, but I really like that. And I got these stickers from Temu, so I really like those. And yeah, so that's just my setup. I'll probably get more into making my list of books or books read more aesthetically pleasing as time goes on. But I've seen a lot of booktubers do them way better than I do that, but this is just basic for me, which works for me. So anyway, I got that done. Reading, unfortunately, I'm happy with my reading progress. I did read the whole day, so I'm happy with that. I enjoyed it for what it is, but sadly, I'm just not gonna continue with it. It's just not for me, sadly. But I will find a good home for the book. And I will pick up something new tomorrow, and I will probably um, post about that, which book I'm gonna read next. Hopefully, I can pick something more enjoyable, but we shall see. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you have a good night, and I will see you in my next vlog. Bye!